Sorry about that, guys. I totally forgot them. I just ran and got them. So, before we set our concealer, I'm going to do the contour stick because I've noticed that if I set it and then I do this, it gets muddy. And I learned that it's because it's a creamy product. And if you put a powder on to set it and then you put this creamy product on, it doesn't blend very well. So what I do is I do the contour stick first, and then I'm going to set it, and then bronzer, blush, etc. So today, I know I used a different one last time, but today I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Makeup Stick Contour Stick, and it is in the color 804A Oaks on You. Very easy to use. This is one of my simplest ones to use, and it's easily blendable. So, let's get the hair out of the way here. So what you want to do is you want to darken up those spots to brighten up the middle, remember? So what I'm going to do is put some here. I'm going to do the temple, start at the temple, and do that fish face. Go down to the hollow of your cheek. So, I'm going to show you. So, top first. See, just like that. Do a little bit at first. You can always add more, but it's hard to take away. So just like that. Then I do the jaw. This helps if you have, issues with a larger under chin or, skin that gets there. This will actually help shape your jaw better. So it's perfect, especially with Macy. That sticks out, and I don't want that to stick out. So my dog's going crazy right now. So right under the jaw. To the ear. So like that. Now it blends out, you guys. It's not going to stay looking like a line, I promise. So then you're going to do this. So start temple, top of the ear. Do that face, and then follow this line. Oops, I got some hair in there. See how it looks like that? So again on the other side. Okay. I'm not going to contour my nose right now. I do that later. It's just easier for me. Then you're just going to make a little mark in between the two. And now, before you add any more, blend first. And I'm going to be using the Must Haves bronzer brush for this. You can use, I've used my foundation brush that I've used before. I've used that. It's just you have to wash it more often then because it gets all those different products in there. So that's the only reason I don't recommend doing that unless you're going to wash your brushes right after. Okay, so now you're just going to blend it out with the brush. Blend. Now I like to blend the contour stick out with a brush. It's much easier than using the Beauty Blender. A lot of people like to use the Beauty Blender, but my preference is the brush. And then I go in with the Beauty Blender to make sure it's, blended perfectly. So you're just going to tap, tap, tap. Same with the brush. Want it evenly distributed all the way up. And this is just a lot of what contouring does is help, basically you're making a bone structure for your face because now the shadows, this is going to be the shadow area. That's what that's not going to pop. And then this is what extenuates your brighter area. So that's why we contour. It's just like a shadow, a light shadow, just to, define the bone structure. This is not a bronzer. Contour and bronzer are different things. So just like I said, tap the beginning, then go like that. Make sure it's evenly distributed. Yeah, you guys, I definitely need better lighting because this is so hard to see. And I'm going to get one of those like little vanity mirrors. That'll be easier too than me holding this thing up the whole time. You don't want it super dark because, like I said, it's just defining your bone structure. That's what bronzer's for. So see, now it's like, whoop, see? And see how it defines my jaw? That's cool, huh? Just make sure it's blended though, because you don't want marks on your chin. You don't want to look silly going out the door. And there's many different types of contours. There's the stick contours. Excuse me, my eye is like tearing. There's the stick contours. There's powder contours. There's cream contours. There's different ones. So I'll try to use a different one each time, just so you guys can see the different techniques of both. Okay. So that's good. I'm gonna go in one more time just to make it a little bit darker. You don't have to. I just like my contour a little bit darker. Okay. Oh my goodness. I don't know why my eye's been watering, you guys. It's terrible. Like, I have to carry a Q-tip just to make sure it doesn't ruin my makeup look. So I hope it doesn't start ruining it now. And a lot of people don't want to do extensive makeup routines, you know? They just want to put a little bit of foundation on, some eyeliner, some mascara. Everybody has their own way of doing it, and that's what I love. Like, everybody expresses themselves differently. That's why I love this so much. There's so many cool different looks out there that people do. It's amazing. Like, it is absolutely amazing. The only thing I have trouble with sometimes, I'm still practicing, I'm always learning, is the wing. I used to get that down pat. I used to do it every day in my car, the wing look. And now I'm having such issues with it. I don't know why. I think I drank too much coffee during the day. That makes me shaky. But the wing look. Love that look. And I sometimes have a hard time doing it. Okay, perfect. Go in with the Beauty Blender. Just quickly do that. Okay. Contour done. So next, I'm going to set the concealer before it goes places because my eye. So today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Translucent Matte and Poreless Pressed Powder. Love this one. Love it because it's pressed. And when you use a brush, it's not going to put too much on that brush at once. And it's perfect because if you put too much of that powder on, it's going to be cakey. You don't want that. I love this because look, powder. And it comes with a little powder pad, which I don't use, but they're always good to use. And a mirror. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Okay. So I'm going to take my brush, my little powder brush. This is called Cheek Powder Brush. I got it actually at Big Lots. I just liked it because it was purple and white. It's probably not the best brush, but it was cute. So put some on your brush, just a little bit. Like I said, it's not going to distribute a lot. Look at that. I patted it and only a little bit went on there. There we go. That looks better. Okay. So just do the bright spots. I do chin, under the eye, and the eyelids, and the T-zone. So let's go over it. Now the pressed powder, you can be, it's forgiving. So that's a good thing because when you're first starting out, I used to use way too much powder when I first started out. And I had to learn ways to like fix it. And it's so hard to do it, you guys, when you do that. So if you do it right from the get-go, you don't have to go back and try to fix it or restart a whole makeup look for that. I also love the Coty Airspun powder. That's not pressed powder, but I'll do that next time. I love it, but that one's not as forgiving. And when I first started using that, it did come out muddy because I put way too much on the brush. So if you want to get excess off your brush when you use that powder, go tap, tap on the container and it comes right off. It's perfect. Okay, almost done, you guys. I don't do under my nose just because that's where my oily spot is. And I know a lot of people say that's where you're supposed to put it, but I see it gets muddy if I do that. So I just leave that spot out of it. Okay, done with that. Okay, eye time. So before you do your eyes though, just wipe the excess off. Okay. So we had our primer on already, so that's perfect. So now we're gonna go in. I'm gonna use a different array of brushes. I'll show you them real quick. This is a crease brush. Now this is a very important brush to have in your kit because you want that definition in that crease. And this gets right into that socket. Then you want a fluffy blending brush. These are all e.l.f. brushes, pretty much, except the one. This is what you're gonna use in that crease. It gets right, look at that shape, you guys. It's perfect to get in that crease. And it tapers the color out lightly and evenly. That's what you're gonna use first. Then we have the blending eye brush, which is a little bit bigger than the crease brush, and it has more densely packed bristles. That is where you're gonna get, that's where I use it on my V, because you want a good amount of pigment there. It's gonna be darker, and this does just that. It's perfect. Then smudge brush, and that I use for under the eye, under the lash line. And then this is an all over lid brush, basically. So any glitters or anything like that, that's what I use that for. Okay. So I'm going to use two different palettes today. I got them both from Walmart. Very affordable. A lot of the palettes out there, you guys, are very expensive. I love some of the colors in those, but I can't afford it all the time. So these do. So they're from Profusion Cosmetics. I have Mirage, which has, look at the colors, you guys. Like, it's pretty. And the pigment is really nice too. And most of the colors are very easily blendable. And then I just got this one, Festival. Look at that. Next look I want to do is with these blues. I'm so excited. I haven't done it yet, but I want to make like an ocean eye look. That'd be so cool. So I'm mainly going to use the burnt oranges, the browns, the neutral colors in these to make the fall look, because it reminds me of leaves, you know, you guys, leaves. But it looks really pretty. It really does. And look at this, for a good amount of colors, it's affordable. And that's what we need now, like as moms, as women, anybody really who wants to do makeup for an affordable price. That's why I want to do this too. I want to try to find dupes for things because there's so many nice products out there, but they're so expensive. We need dupes for these things so we can use them on an everyday basis. Okay, so now that we did the primer, we got the excess powder off. I start off with a neutral lid shade just to get started. So I'm going to use this one right here. They used to have the names on them, but when you pull the plastic off, it takes them off, so I can't even tell you guys the names. So you're just going to put this lightly all over your lid. Just a little bit up to up to my eyebrow, up to the brow bone. Just so lightly. You don't want a dense amount of color on them. You just want a base. Yeah, this is my base, you guys. I do 2 coats. Okay. And just like foundations, concealers, there's many different types of eyeshadows out there too. There's powders, there's creams, there's glitters, there's all these things. That's why I love this. There's so many different things to try. It's awesome. Just make sure it's all evenly blended out. You don't want any spots where it's darker than the other, for this part anyway. Okay, I'm going to take my crease brush, this brush right here, And I'm going to start with a transition shade. This is what's going to bring the look together and make it easier to blend all the colors out. It's usually going to be like a lighter, oh my goodness, a lighter color. So what I'm going to be using for my transition shade is this one right here, because my look's going to get darker as it goes on. So that's going to be my transition shade. You can pick lighter, you can pick a little darker, whatever you guys prefer, but that's what I'm going to use right now. Okay. Get some on the brush. I get on both sides, and then start putting it right in that socket. Put the brush right in that socket. And you don't want your hand to be too close to the actual bristles of the brush, because what's going to happen is you're going to have a densely packed eye socket, and you don't want that. You want to evenly distribute this with this fluffy brush afterwards. So this one you're just going to hold right at the handle tip. Put it in here. Okay. Now we're going to take, hold on one second, guys. Okay, now we're going to take that fluffy blending brush, if I can talk, and just go and blend it out. Now this is another brush you don't want to hold too close to the tip of the brush. You want to hold it on the handle part, because that way you're evenly distributing this color. Right in that socket. You don't want to go too far above your socket, because then it's not a crease shade. It's not that transition shade that you want. I know I heard a tip from one of my influencers online that if you have hooded eyes, it's best to go up a little bit above the crease. That way, you know, both eyes match. I have a little bit of a hooded eye actually on this side, and it's hard to match sometimes, you guys. It really is. Sometimes I do have to put it a little bit up. See how it looks now? It's not all in that crease anymore. It actually came and like spread out. That's what you want. Okay, so now that we got our transition shade on, I'm going to go up with a little bit darker of a brown. And I'm going to use the one in Mirage right here. Has a little orange tint to it. Right in the socket again. Okay. Now you guys can build your looks however you want. I layer a lot of colors sometimes, and I get such good compliments at work. People are like, oh, that's beautiful. It's because the blending is what matters, you guys. If it's not blended out, it's not going to look good. And to blend with these brushes, you want to make sure you do windshield wiper motions. You don't want to go, because it's not going to come out right. It's not going to look decent. You just want to do the windshield wiper motion right in that socket. And it's going to evenly distribute that eyeshadow. Now, I have come across some eyeshadows that don't like to blend whatsoever. I tried everything, and it didn't work. And you know what's funny? A lot of them were like dark colors, like dark blues, dark greens. For some reason, those colors don't like to blend. Just make sure it's blended. The more is better, you guys. The more blending you do, the better. That's why I know this video is going to be a little long, but I'll figure out how to edit it in the future. Brooke said she'll help me. Okay. So see? Isn't that cool? Okay. So now, I'm going to put this bad boy away. And I'm going to take out this one, the other blending brush, and go a little bit with a darker orange, burnt orange brown. Getting a sip of coffee here. Okay. Where did my color go? Over here. So now we're going to do the same thing right in the crease. I know you're going to say, why are you putting all those colors in the crease? Isn't it going to just meld into one color? It kind of does like a layer effect, which I love. I love how it layers it when you use the different brushes. That's why you want to switch between that brush for the lighter pigments and then For darker pigment that you want on your eye, you're going to use this brush. It just makes it layered out and looks beautiful. So same thing, windshield wiper motions. Right through. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of, now it's not really a mistake. It's more of like a different look, I would say, than a crease look. They put it like, start way up here. They start with their color way up here and then go down. It just doesn't come out the same way. It doesn't come out the same way. It's not blended the same way. So it's not going to look like, if you find a look in a magazine or something, it's not going to look that same way that you're trying to do, because that's not how you would do that look. Keep blending, blending, blending. I can't believe it's fall already, you guys. It's crazy. The summer went by so fast, and none of us got to do anything because everything was closed. Make sure it's blended. Yes. Okay, look. I know this lighting is terrible, but see how it's blending? Beautiful. Love this look. Okay. Just double checking, making sure it's blended. Okay. So now that I got that base right there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little bit darker, and I'm going to put that in the V. Just in the V. And I'm going to use the darker burnt orange color right in the V, which is the crease. It's the bottom of the lid. See that? Right. See, so I went, okay. Other eye. Okay. Now we're going to use this brush, and we're just going to go like this. Nice and gentle. Keeping it in that V, okay, you guys? You want to keep it in that V. Now blend forward. Just make sure everything's blended well. And this is what's going to give you definition to your eye. You want definition in your eye. You don't want everything looking the same. This is what makes a look better. It makes your eye really pop. See? Isn't that cool? You see it fade. I love that. So I'm just going to do this eye really quick. Okay, there we go. See? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, really quick. Sorry, I'm running off barely any sleep, you guys. So don't mind me and my coffee addiction. Okay, so before I do any more, oh my goodness, my eye is gonna drive me crazy. Before I do any more, I'm gonna pick my lid color. My lid color is what's, you know, going to really stand out, because I did a matte. This is a matte eyeshadow. It's not shiny, it's not metallic, it's not glittery, it's matte. But I'm gonna put a glitter on the lid. It's so pretty. And it's like a burnt orange with sparkles in it. It's so pretty. All in these two palettes, you guys. All in these two palettes, all these different colors. It's so worth it. Okay, so if you want a lot of pigment, which I love on my lid, you know what you do? Spray your brush with some setting spray. Just a little bit, nothing major. Just a little. And then dip into that color that you want all that pigment on, and then do it. It works so good, you guys. So good. I'm going to do it right now. So that's the color. You'll see it better. It's better here. Right on the lid. Oh, this lighting is terrible, you guys. And do the other side. Yeah, that setting spray trick is really good. It actually packs on more pigment that way than if you were not to use it. Even if you wanted to do that with your crease, put on some setting spray. I mean, I don't do it that way. I usually do it for my my lid color, but this comes out so pretty with that setting spray on there. There we go. A little bit more on that side. You want it to look even as possible. See how pretty? Like an orangey effect. You can't see the glitter with the light, so I'll show you in the palette. I'll point to it. I'm gonna do a little bit more. So I'm gonna spray a little bit more. Okay. Dip into that color again and do it again. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, other side. Okay. See? So pretty. Okay. Putting that brush down. I'm done with that brush completely. I'm going to take my little crease brush again. And now I'm going to go in with a darker brown, a brown shade. And that's going to go in the V again, okay? You want that layered effect. That's what makes it so pretty. Right in that V, crease to the crease point to the top lash line. Put that down, grab your other blending brush and do that thing right like this. So gentle. You don't have to put a lot of pressure, you know. Then start blending it so all the colors meld. You don't want them all being separate. You want them to combine into one look. Other side. So I do like an up and down, this kind of motion. Up and down, then over. Up and down, over. Then make sure all the colors are melded. See? It's coming out. Pretty, pretty. There's nothing chilling over here. The more you blend, the more even it's gonna look, the more precise it's gonna look. It's not gonna look like all these different colors. It's gonna look like one color fading into the other. And that's the beauty of it. Okay. Isn't that so pretty? Love it. Just go over. Okay. So that's the top. What do you guys think? Now get closer. What do you guys think? Do you like it? No? Yes? Let me know. Let me know. All right, so next what I do, this lighting is terrible. You guys, it's awful. I have to get better lighting to show you guys the makeup look. But, okay. So, tops are done. Now what I do the top lashes with mascara. Just the top for now. I'm using the CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom Waterproof in black. And this is what the wand looks like. This one's really easy to use. It's great for beginners. Just a simple wand with tiny little that gets on there that gets every little baby lash. And it's so easy to use. So easy to use, you guys. Okay, so put these down for now so I don't make a mess. And now is the time what I want you guys to do while we're doing the mascara. Put some lip salve. If you have dry lips, put some lip salve or lip balm on, because otherwise your lipstick's not going to go on, because we're going to do lipstick with this lip too. Okay, so like I said, just the upper lashes first. And what I like to do is go up like that, curl, and then if you have any clumps, zigzag it. So I'll show you. So you're just gonna, there's many different styles of wands as well. Many different styles of wands. Some are easier to use than others. Some are different shapes, different sizes, different lengths. You just gotta pick which one is best for you. I have one that I bought, and it was a very odd shaped one. And I just couldn't get it to work. That's one coat. I'm gonna do the other side now. I always do more than one coat, you guys. Always. I have naturally long but sparse lashes. So a lot of the time, if it's a special occasion, I put on falsies. But I don't want to wear falsies to work. So I put on some mascara that actually makes my eyelashes, you know, volumized, curl, lengthen, everything. You want all those benefits from a mascara. And there's certain mascaras that actually have hydrating ingredients, and it's really cool. Like, it really is. Oh, and for this look, you guys, I'm not going to put eyeliner on the top waterline. I'm going to do it at the bottom only. Just so you guys know. But you guys can do it however you want. I just like it better with it only on the bottom. Okay. Coat number 1 on. So I'm going to be done with that for right now. Okay, put that away. So now we're going to go back to the face while that's doing its thing. Take your powder brush. Love this, isn't it pretty? A fluffy powder brush, and just start wiping those spots off, you guys. Get all that excess off. You don't want any of that messing with the look, or it's going to be muddy and cakey and ugh, dark. It'll turn gray. I've noticed that on some girls, it'll turn gray. The powder will make the skin look gray, and it looks terrible. Like, I feel so bad. And all of us, while learning makeup, have gone through that. We all have. So if it happens to you, just keep practicing. I swear, everybody's gone through stuff. Okay, dusted the powder off my face. We already did contour, so we're gonna do bronzer. Today I'm using the Rimmel London Natural Bronzer, waterproof bronzing powder in the shade 21 Sunlight. I really like this bronzer. It's really pretty. It's like a sun-kissed effect. This one is new. I just got it. It's a little darker than the one I usually use. So I've used this brand and product before. It's not the exact color. Okay. Get your bronzing brush. Get some product on there. Like I said, a little to start with. You can always add. You can't take away from this point. And you're just going to go on that hollows of the cheeks up again. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, I don't blend it all in. I get it everywhere first. Okay. Up here. Forehead. Under the jaw. the bronzer is basically a sun-kissed effect. It's just a beautiful glow to that area. It's so pretty once you put it on. You can overdo it though, so be careful. So now, stipple, 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 stipple. Now there are many different types of bronzer brushes too. All brushes, there's different types of how and different ways to use them. So it all depends on the brushes that you get as well, on what you would do with them. I'm not using my mirror, you guys. I'm using the phone, so I hope it works out the way I'm planning it to work out. Oh, you could see it on here. Good. See? You just want that look, that sun-kissed look. You don't want to look like a bronze soldier. You just want it to look natural as possible and get it up to that hairline, you guys. Otherwise, you're going to look silly. You don't want to look silly. That's why I put a headband on. That way it doesn't get into my little hairs. See what I mean? Oh, you can see it really on the forehead. You want to leave this spot bright, and now you got that heart shape, see? The contouring in the bronzer is what helps with that heart shape on your face. Some people have to do a 3, where they go like this. Some people do that with a different face shape. That works out as well. Just make sure you blend out your bronzer, everyone, because you don't want to look fake. You don't. We've all been through those days, though. Okay. There we go. That is good. Very good. That, put away. Now, what I do is I use my beauty blender again. Dab it. Dab it, dab it, dab it. Any excess powder will come off onto the beauty blender. And I got this beauty blender at Walmart. It's from Japanesque. Really good beauty blender. I love it. It is so easy to use. Get under the eye and every little crevice you need to get into. It's perfect. Okay. Blush. Put this brush away. I need a blush brush. Blush brush. Where's my blush brush? Oh, it's over here. Okay. So today I'm going to be using the Milani powder blush in color Tea Rose. I just got this one in. These are a little hard to open. That's the only thing I have another one that's corally. And they're hard to open, you guys. It's the only thing. Otherwise, I really love these blushes. Really love them. They are beautiful. Their pigment is beautiful. The way it goes on your cheeks is beautiful. I just wish it was easier to open. It's the only complaints I have of this blush. All right, blush brush. It looks a little different than the other brushes because it's kind of forms to the apple of your cheek. Now, some people just do the apples, but I do apples, back. Apples, back. Okay. Now, this blush, you don't need a lot to get color. So, a little bit goes a long way. So pretty. I love this color. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that so pretty? It looks so natural. So natural. Okay, other side. You want them to be even. See how natural that looks? Okay, add a little bit more. There's a little bit more on this side and this side, so. Perfect. Just a little bit. And any extra that's on the brush, some people don't do this, I do. Put it forehead, nose, chin. Okay. all done with that. So now, before I do highlighter, I'm going back to my eyes. Going back to the eyes, you guys, and I'm going to do the lower lash line. So, I'm going to start with that brown and then to the burnt orange color, okay? Just with a smudge brush, very easy to do. You don't want a thick dark line unless you want that look, but I like to have a nice, try to get a nice thin line, and then you connect it to the top lash, the top waterline, top lash line. That way it all connects into one. So you want to put the same color right at the edge right here. So brown, I did brown. A little smudge brush right under the lash line. See? Just like that, you guys. Other side. Ooh, I just touched my nose with it. That's bad. Okay. A little bit more. Now, some people stop at the halfway mark under their eyes, but I do the whole thing. Okay, so that color is all set. Now I'm gonna go back with that burnt orange color that I used and do that. See, you guys? Isn't that cool? Love it. Love it, love it. Other side. Now be careful though, because I have done this to myself. Where the brush slips and then you clog your tear duct with this powder, the eyeshadow powder, and that hurts. Hurts so bad. I think that's what happened to me a long time ago because my eyes have watered ever since. So I think I have to go to the doctor's and see if it's clogged. There we go. Then blend them together. You want everything to be cohesive. If I had one out here, which I don't think I do, I would use a fluffy blending brush. Well, you could use this one. Just be careful. Just go blend it. I like to use a smaller one though. See? A little bit more on that side, it looks like. Yeah, okay. Do you guys want any specific looks on, or any, like, if you have any questions or you want to request any looks to do, please message me, email me, comments, and I'll do it. I want to keep doing this. I love this. And I thank you all for your support, your likes. I appreciate it. I want to keep doing this and hopefully make this a career soon. So please share it, like it, tell people about it. That way we can bring more people in. All right, there we go, you guys. So now I'm going to do that eyeliner. I am so unorganized, you guys. There it is. Eyeliner. And you're going to do the bottom waterline with the brown. I'm using the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Liner in bold brown. Pull the eyelid down. This is one of my favorite gel pencils because it doesn't take a lot of pressure to put the color on. Sometimes with the regular pencils, you need to apply a lot of pressure and that could hurt. You don't want your experience to be painful. You want it to be enjoyable. Eyes tearing so bad right now. Hold on, you guys. So sorry. Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't know why my eyes been doing that. People say allergies. That stinks. If I don't want them, then... And there are many different types of eyeliners. There's gel, there's regular, there's liquid. My favorite to use on the waterline is the gel. It stays, look how pretty. Pretty, eh? Let me just add a little bit more. Okay, there we go. All right, so next, mascara. So do the bottom lashes first, because if you do the top first, then do your bottom, the top ones are going to shift to the top of your eyelid. You don't want that. So do your bottom lashes first, you guys. Okay. Just follow the shape of your lashes. Now for the bottom lashes, I only put one coat. But you could do more than one if you want. Okay. And if they clump, like I said, just do this. Curl and zigzag at the same time. It will help tremendously with getting that clump out and separating your lashes, because there's different formulas of mascara as well, you guys. Some clump more than others. I love the formulas that don't clump. They're so easy to use. The other ones are hard. They're hard to maneuver with sometimes, so they take more technique. But as long as you know techniques, you can make any look nice and fix the problem if there's a problem. I hate a mascara that flakes. And one of the first mascaras I ever used in high school, that I fell in love with in high school, I used it to go to work, and it flaked so bad. I was so sad, but that shows you. See how it's all zigzag. Look at that. Pretty, pretty. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that so pretty? Okay. Done with mascara. Let me just show you it up close. Isn't that pretty? All right. So now that that's done, eyebrows. Eyebrows, as you can tell, I don't have much. I don't have eyebrows, and I don't know, as I'm getting older, I seem to have less and less. So I've been trying, I just started putting brow serum on to help them grow, to help them keep shape and stuff like that. So I'm hoping it's going to work, because it looks terrible with no brows, and I just started drawing them on, and it takes a while, a lot of practice to get it the way you want it. Okay. So, eyebrows. I am going to use two different kinds today. Well, two different brands and two different colors. I'm going to use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil and the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim. And they're both in brown. But this one's a little darker than this one. because you want some different texture looks. Different colors will make texture, will look like texture. It'll make it look more natural. I love this one. This one is, I just got it about a month and a half ago. The NYX micro brow pencil. I love it. It works so good, you guys. And it pairs well with all the other eyebrow pencils, pomades, everything. It works so well. So well. It doesn't, because I've noticed that the Milani, the regular eyebrow pencil, if you use that and then try their pomade, it goes away. It like, when you're using the pencil, it like goes onto the pencil and you don't see it anymore. It disappears. So you don't want that. Okay, so go with the shape of your brow. Now, a lot of people will draw the outline. Me, I don't have that much of a brow, so I'm going with what I have and just adding a little flare at the end. So you all have different techniques for doing your brows. All have different brow shapes, so you have to do whatever is best for you. Okay, so I'm just going to start filling the chin. And I already spoolied this, but try to spoolie your brows out. If you haven't done that yet before your makeup, then you're going to start filling the chin. Follow the way your hair goes, your eyebrow hair goes. That's what's going to help. And with these micro pencils, it's so easy, you guys, to get this brow filled in. It's wonderful. They have stencils out there as well. You can use stencils to help do your brows, but I just freehand it. Then go in and do that. See the difference? Just a little subtle difference. Just a little bit longer of a brow. I don't need a huge brow. I just don't need that. Some people love a dramatic brow. That's great. I don't need it. Maybe I'll do a demo with a dramatic brow for you guys one day. Just go with the strokes of your hair. Little strokes. Don't do long strokes because then it won't look as natural. And try to get it as even as possible. I know it's going to be hard. Believe me, I still mess it up. But as long as they're as close as possible, you can pull it off. See, a little bit longer on this one. There we go. There we go. So hopefully that serum, you guys, that I'm putting on works. I'll bring it next time and show it to you, but I put it on at nighttime. And I started putting one on my eyelashes too, since I'm not getting any, see? You mess up. That's okay. Just get it before it sets. There we go. Okay. Don't go in with a Q-tip. I've learned that the hard way, because it'll take off all your makeup underneath. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with the other pencil just to add some difference to it, okay? Oops, you just at the wrong end. Yes, sir, it is. Okay. Now the next one. Get that point up, twirl it up. They're so easy to use. You don't have to sharpen them. There's a spoolie on the end of them, which is perfect. Just go with it again. Go with the natural ways of the eyebrows. And next time, I'm going to use one of my favorite eyebrow products. It's the Milani Brunette Pomade. Oh, it works so wonderfully. It is amazing. It looks so natural, so good. I will always use it. Between NYX and that, I use them together, and your eyebrows come out amazing. Like, amazing, you guys. Amazing. There we go. Nothing crazy. Let me just extend this one a little bit more. Nothing out of craziness here. That's better. Okay. So now I am done with the brows. So, what I'm going to do, brow gel. If you want these babies to stay all day, because they won't. If you don't put brow gel on, they're not going to stay very long. Unless you have, the pomade lasts a little bit longer for me than the pencils. But what I found out, if you want it to last all day through the heat, through the sweating, I mean, it's not going to be like that much anymore, I don't think. But even in the cold, when you shake, things move, your skin moves. You don't want the gel to move with it. So here's a little cute spoolie. I'm using CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Gel. It's in clear. You can get it in brown, blondes. There's different tints to it. I like clear because it just goes right on like a normal gel and makes the hair stick in that one spot where they have formed. Now, don't start at the beginning. Start at the middle. You want the most of the product middle to the end. Then go back to the beginning. So just start ever so lightly. There we go. You don't need a lot. Oh, I don't need a lot because I don't have a lot of brow. But just lightly. Closer, you guys. Yeah. There we go, you guys. Brows are set. All right, we're almost done. I know this was a very long video, and I appreciate all your love and support. Appreciate you watching this. I hope you liked it. But highlight. If my eye wasn't tearing, I'd be so happy right now. I don't want it to mess it up for the final look. Okay, it's still good. Okay. I'm going to use Wet n Wild Hello Halo. Ooh, you can't really see it. Sorry, you guys. Hello Halo Mega Glow Blush Lighter. I don't think there's a shade to it. It's just blush lighter. Yeah. So it has the pretty highlighter and blush lighter if you want to use that as your blush. See, I like to use the highlighter of this. And you can either use a fan brush or a highlighting brush. I'm going to contour my nose. I still haven't done that. But let me show you the highlight on the cheeks. So take a little bit right above where you're above your blush, right to the cheekbone. Look at that, you guys. Pretty, pretty, pretty. What highlighter does is it makes the light bounce off of it, which makes it really pretty right above your Cupid's bow. So cheekbones, Cupid's bow, chin if you want to, tip of the nose, and along the top of the nose. Now when you contour, that highlight is gonna pop. That's what you want. So I'm not gonna do the nose that much until I'm done. So have you guys had any makeup disasters? I'd always wanted to hear people's because I've had many of my own. Any makeup disasters, you guys? Let me know. Comment. Okay. So. Oh no, I don't have one of those brushes with me. Alright, you guys, I'm not going to contour my nose. I'm going to do that next time because my brush is missing. I'm so sorry. Please give me... I'm learning too. But I wanted to show you these makeup looks. It's so important for me, and I'm so happy you guys are watching. But lipstick. Last but not least, lipstick. So let me put that highlighter where I would put it. But I will definitely show contour next time. I was at work all day. I've been helping Brooke. It's just been a long day. Okay, then I also do right on the brow bone. Okay, look at that. Look at that. When you turn the light, it gleams. That's what you want. A nice glistening gleam. So pretty. Okay, so that's done. Lipstick. Today I'm going to be using lip liner and lipstick. Lip liner is the Milani Understatement Lip Liner in Desert Rose. And it looks like this. Now, wipe off that salve or lip balm you have on. Just dab it. Because if you put it on with all that on there, it's just going to slide right off, and you don't want that. So, line your lips first. No, I have really tiny lips, so I have to be very careful where I place it. But like the lip liner is like mascara to your eyes. It gives that touch, that final touch. All right, lips are lined. Ooh, I'm just gonna put... Now I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild lipstick. It's in Secret Muse. And I thought this was so pretty. I just found this as a clearance bin. Look at that color, you guys. It's beautiful. It goes perfect with the eye look. It really does. So, gently glide it on your lips. I do that first, then I do lower. I just do the tip where the Cupid's bow is. Look at that color. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Look at that color, so pretty. All right, lipstick done. Okay, so when you're done with everything, wow, this lip does not want to go back on. There we go. When you're done with everything, do your hair, do all that fun stuff. I already straightened mine. And before you do your final thing, setting spray. Don't forget your setting spray. It's what helps let it stick. So just... I put a generous amount on, especially when I'm going to work, because with the whole mask situation, it smears off. But setting spray helps. This is the look, you guys. What do you think? Sorry, this lighting kind of sucks. My eyes are a little red from tearing. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you think. I hope you like this video. I hope you keep watching my videos. I appreciate you guys so much and all your love and support. Hopefully I can go far on this. I hope so. I hope I'm good enough. But bye, guys. Thank you for joining me.